Good morning from Croatia, a little village just up the coastline from Dubrovnik, beautiful part of the world, and it's silly o'clock, which means the kids, the other half, are not up yet, so I'll get the opportunity to do some business stuff. And so another video on the business truths, series on business truths. The question that I'm regularly asked is, are all businesses saleable? And then it's usually ... is my business saleable? And so I always ask, well, what price? And so a quick answer to the question, are all businesses saleable? No, quite frankly, they're not. And that's the hard truth, really. I guess you could argue that all businesses are saleable at a low enough price, but I've never met a seller of a business that wants to go for the minimum possible. It's usually the reverse. So not all businesses are saleable, and there are 6 common reasons why that's the case. Number 1, owner reliance. All roads lead to Rome, the business owner. And of course, the one thing a seller isn't doing when they sell their business is selling themselves, because they're going off into the sunset, they're doing something else in their life, whether it's retirement or going off into another business venture. So number 1, owner reliance is a common reason why business doesn't sell. It puts buyers off. So you've got to make sure that the business doesn't revolve around you before you put it on the market. So that means upskilling and delegating to a great team of people around you, having a number 2, succession planning and all of that. Number 2, unjustified price aspirations is the second most common reason why businesses don't sell. You've got to be realistic. I don't mean you don't sell it for a premium price. It's just that the number that you have in your head that you want to sell your business for has got to be grounded in some sort of commerciality. How long will it take the potential new owner, to break even on their investment? That's a good starting point. Third reason not all businesses sell is, and this relates to small companies, small businesses, they are just too small. They're actually more of a job than they are a business. They're not a business in the normal sense of the word. They're actually a job, a lifestyle for the owner. I've regularly come across one-man band businesses where the one-man band wants to retire. Well, then the business retires with them. So it's got to be a business, not a job, for it to be attractive normally to a buyer. The 4th reason not all businesses are saleable is the lack of robust financial information. There are gaps, sometimes big gaps in the financials. That puts buyers off, I can tell you. Having been on the buying side myself personally, as well as representing clients, where you've got gaps in the numbers, it doesn't fill you with confidence to buy that business. Associated with that, number 5 is the lack of documentation. So it's not just financial reporting. There's things missing. Maybe there's a missing shareholders agreement. Maybe there's all sorts of paperwork relating to tax that's paid that's missing. The lack of documentation doesn't fill a buyer with confidence that the business has been run properly or with proper governance. No client contract. There's no client contracts. It's all done on a handshake. Well, that's no good if you're selling the business. You need to get proper client contracts in place. That adds value to the proposition. And number 6, the 6th reason why not all businesses are saleable is that the current owners can't articulate growth in the future. They always talk about potential, but they can't articulate it. That means you've got to be able to show interested parties how the business would grow going forward over the next few years, and more particularly how it would grow without selling the business, without an injection of cash. How is it that the organic growth will happen? Not just a list of numbers, because anyone can put numbers in a spreadsheet. It's the narrative that lies behind those numbers that's most important. So when you're selling a business, you've got to have your growth plan mapped out, and the best way of doing that is putting it on paper or computer. Not an 80, 90 page War and Peace document, but a good comprehensive document that covers how the business is going to be taken from where it is now to where it could be, with or without a new owner in place. So a growth plan, a 3-year growth plan, I would say, 3 to 5 is normally common. If you don't have a growth plan, get one. If you don't know how to go about that, give me a call, because I've been doing that for the last 25 years to help business owners articulate how they see the next step change growth in their business. That, when you're selling a business, gives you strong command of the negotiation, because you're talking about not only about the future's orange. You know, if only you bought my business, the future would look fantastic. You can actually articulate the growth journey as you see it, and you're probably the best person to be able to do that, because you're an expert in your own business and in your own industry. You've been doing it for a number of years. So those are the 6 most common reasons why not all businesses are for sale, are saleable, but also I've given you strategies against each one as to how you can overcome those. If you still find it's like wading through treacle, then get in touch with me, DM me now, and we can have a confidential chat about your own situation and how you might be able to move forward. Fantastic. So we're going to be heading back south. We've got a 400-mile journey back to our place. We've got a place in Albania by the sea, and that's where we're going to spend the final week of our holiday. So hope you have a great weekend, or whenever you're watching this, a great week. So we're off later this morning to travel back south. We're going to go to Albania. We've got a place down there on the coast. We're going to spend the final 10 days of our holiday. So I wish you well. I wish you a great week, and if you've got any queries from this video, then get in touch with me now. Bye bye.